Hello, friends. Always waiting on me. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize everyone had already sent them in. Um, so I've got it typed out, and that's just so I don't lose my train of thought. Um, but let's get to it. When I started this game, I was pretty confident. I felt like I had pretty decent alliances in several of them. I felt that each alliance was meaningful, and um, they each meant something to me in different ways. And I didn't know at what point who I was going to betray or how, but I knew that I couldn't be in all these alliances with all these people and it work out that way. Eventually, I was going to have to make a big move and play big. So, throughout the game, I was able to find a hidden immunity idol, and I was also able to earn an extra vote. I was able to earn the extra vote by winning the challenge to create our tribe name. With that extra vote came a cost. So in order to have the extra vote, I had to give up my vote at tribal, which could be risky. But I was at a spot in that moment that I trusted my allies. I was confident in my position with the game, and I knew that I would be okay. So I did. I did risk not voting, and I got my extra vote. So I've always known that I'm not like the strongest physical player in the game. Being strategic would be my strength, and overthinking things would be my strength. I mean, they didn't vote me most strategic for no reason. But one of those moments came on the night that Nicole was voted out. Jester had started pushing his way into the Eric and Peter alliance, and I felt it. I could tell, and I could tell the dynamics were switching, and I wasn't like that. So I was on board with all these people. Like everyone was going to vote Nicole, right? But I decided that I was going to vote for Kat. Not because I wanted Kat out, not because I thought she would even go out. I knew she wouldn't go out. But I wanted to put doubt on Jester, which we learned very quickly that he does a damn fine job of himself, and that was not needed. But that's where it was. After that, and seeing that Jester did vote for Nicole, I thought maybe I can trust him. Maybe he's telling me the truth. Didn't say I played a perfect game. Oh my goodness. Jester was everything but truth. So yeah, that was one of my, strategic thinkings, if you will. Then there was the night that Peter came to me and said, Ashley, people are throwing your name out there. Alex is throwing your name out there. This, that, and the other. Do you want me to hold your advantages for you in case? Bro, wait, what? Did he just ask me if he could hold on to my idol and my extra vote? No, sir, you can't. You've got to go. You gotta go. So at that point, I knew, my glasses are being weird. I knew that Peter was not going to be my ally anymore. He's not going to be my number one, and I didn't trust him after that. So I came up with a plan to get Peter out, and it would have been literally the perfect blindside. I used my extra vote. It would have worked out so perfect had Jester not ran back to Peter and saved him with Jester's idol. Who does that? That was so frustrating. And on top of that, poor Cyrus. Cyrus, didn't even know if he wanted to vote Peter to begin with, but then did because he trusted us, and Jester just totally screwed that over. And because of that, Cyrus went home, unfortunately. After the Peter vote didn't go right, Kat and I got on a FaceTime call, face chat, and we're like, oh no, we were at the bottom. Literally, we were at rock bottom. We had just betrayed Peter and Eric, if you will, because they're one and the same. We had Travis mad at us from the night before. We were at rock bottom, and at that point, I had to decide like what I was gonna do, and I had to adapt. What I did is I went to Travis and I made amends with Travis, and we worked on Kat and Travis. You know, I helped them, you know, make amends as well. And after that, we decided that we were going to band together. Thanks to Travis's social ties, we kept fighting. Even as each vote sent another ally home to the jury, it hit hard. Like the Cyrus vote was so rough. And then Bree, like I hadn't even hardly talked to Bree, and she just got the shit into the stick on that. Like every single vote out from that moment forward stung. And then Kat with rocks too, and eventually Travis, and then it was me. It was me versus an alliance of 3 guys. And there was no way in heck they were taking me with them. There was no way to talk them into it. You know, I was the only one who could seal my fate in this game. So, at this point, I decided that I'm going to get to the final 3. And it's not going to be just for me, but it's going to be for every single person that went out in that strand along the way. And that's what I made up my mind to do, and that's what I did. I didn't win several immunities. I didn't go on a record, you know, I didn't break a record. I didn't get close to breaking a record. But what I did do is win the immunity when I needed it the most, and it secured my spot here tonight. This journey has been about outlasting the odds, building trust, and making some really hard decisions, and just trusting my gut. At the end of the day, a lot of the things I said is like, I am just trusting my gut. Oh, ADD moment. One of those gut trusting moments was when it was the last day to use the idol. We had a feeling that Eric had the idol, like I just knew, and we were gonna vote for Jester. And like last minute, I was like, I don't feel right about that. Like I bet you Eric is gonna think that we're gonna vote Jester or vote Peter. Or I thought that Eric was probably going to think that we thought he was going to put it on Jester, but he wasn't. Either way, he saved Jester. We switched our votes last minute to Peter, which threw us into rocks again. But it was just like that feeling, and I followed it, and thank God I did, because now I'm still here. But as proud as I am of this game, I am looking forward to talking to you guys tonight. And I'm so proud to be able to look each one of you in the eye and say that, well, except for the exception of Eric, probably, but every single other one of you, that I can look you in the eye and say, I am here because I got here myself. I didn't rely on anyone to save me. I also can look each one of you in the eye and say, yeah, I might have wrote your name down at some point, but I didn't lie to you, I didn't betray you, and I didn't deceive you. Can those guys say that? All right, see you guys tonight.